Okay, I'm just rushing to take the tent down because I want to get the sunrise down the castle ruins, but I don't think I'm going to make it. Okay, that's all packed away now. I don't think they make this bag anymore, which is really annoying. It's a really good travel bag as well. I mean, it's not exactly light, it's hard wearing, but it carries a hell of a lot. And the day pack I can use if I put the tent up and carry my valuables with me, rather than leaving them in the tent. Okay, I'm off. Well, I'm on my way. Will I make it to the castle ruins on time? Pretty impressive gate to a house, isn't it? I haven't just come from that way, I just come from a path down there. Just having a look at the gate. Very impressive. Don't know if you can make that out. Castle ruins. It's owned by National Trust or English Heritage. I think it said on the OS map. Some houses by the castle ruins. This wouldn't be out of place in Bath, would it? The old castle ruins wars. Just walking past the National Trust car park for it. It's got a sign up here. Oh my god, it looks like it's closed. It looks like it's closed. You have to pay. Admission charges apply. Yeah, it's closed. And over there, between the trees, you might be able to see the new Warkworth Castle, but it doesn't really look like a traditional castle. So there's a little Wessex Ridgeway sign. Wow, that is some house. You know you're a successful YouTuber when you live in a place like that. I don't think so somehow. It's a very beautiful morning. It's not hot yet, but it will be. Oh, across this road, and the trail continues across there. So nice walking this time of morning in the summer before it gets hot. Sounds like a river. I hope there's a bloody bridge. And there should be a shop at the little village I'm coming to this morning at some point. But I'm not sure what time it opens, probably 9 o'clock because it's just a small village. So it's a railway line. Not sure what line it is. Well, it's already getting warm. Time to change into the summer hat, I think. And there, my friends, is a seat with a view. Harold, I wonder who he was. Oh, it has got a view. Thanks, Harold. And the phone box in this village is a book exchange or a mini library. That's good. I've just disposed of my rubbish. And for such a small village or hamlet even, because the church is now a house, it's got a bin and a post box and a phone box. So by the time I get to the village, the shop isn't going to be open because it's too early. There is a church there, so I'm thinking maybe I could charge my batteries up in there while I wait for the shop to open. See, normally you keep the field margins for the wildflowers and stuff, as it says on this sign here. So I'm going down this way. Did you see the deer then? Well, it's still a little way away to the village actually, so the shop may well be open when I get there. It's the cows and the calves. It's actually feeling quite cool this morning in the shade. Really, actually feel quite cold actually. More woodland. If you love woodland, you're going to love this trail. There's plenty of woodland on the Wessex Ridgeway. That's where I just walked up from. I'm just going through this gate now. Bit overgrown. It's that time of year though, isn't it? Wet trousers. Don't do my hay fever any favours. All this pollen coming off these things. I'll pass the worst of it, I think. Maybe. I just went through a really bad bit. I couldn't film because it was like the worst of the worst thistles. I had to really concentrate. Oh man, hope this section ends soon. So many flies. Slightly overgrown. I got pretty bad hay fever after walking through that overgrown bit. All the pollen was going everywhere. Oh, my eyes are killing. So there's I think like a tomb there or something. A tumuli they call it. Was it tumulus? I think they're supposedly tombs or burial mounds. So I just spoke to a local lady walking her dog, and apparently it's a high pollen count. I'm really feeling it. I just took an allergy tablet, so hopefully that helps sort it out. The only problem is it's a really strong one and it knocks you out, so probably gonna be a bit like a sloth hiking it in a bit. So it's not far to the village now. Feeling a bit better. The tablet's starting to kick in, I think, I hope. Church here. Well, there was a shop here. I managed to get 2 pies, 4 cans of ginger beer, a tray of blueberries, a Red Bull can. I didn't have any coffee. I don't really like Red Bull, but I need something to wake up with, so didn't have much choice. I think that's it. That will come to oh, milk as well. That comes to about £12 something. Can't believe it. It's 10:27 and I've already walked almost 16 kilometres. I think maybe because it's not such big hills at the moment as it was. The allergy tablet is definitely working. Not feeling too docile at the moment. So that tree line over there, going along there, is called the Great Ridge, and along it is an ancient Roman road. Looks like I've got a busy road crossing before I start heading up to the Great Ridge. Right, so it looks like I'm going to go to the library tomorrow in Warminster and camp near as close as possible as I can there. So basically I've got this far with the amount of recordings as I do, and on the battery packs I've took with me, but they're almost just about flat now. And also I forgot a memory card, so I'm going to have to start filming with my Canon camera because the memory card in my GoPro is running out and I forgot to bring my spare one. On the internet it says the Warminster Library is open tomorrow, so I'm going to do some shopping at the supermarket in Warminster first, then go in the library, charge my batteries up, and that'll be okay. And then the next stop for charging will be Devizes. But I'm really happy that my DJI Mini 3 Pro, I've still got like almost a one full battery left. I use the battery packs to recharge those 3 batteries when they run out. So basically I've just been running off everything off the battery packs and the batteries I've got since I started. But I really need to get to that library tomorrow in Warminster. You would not believe how many years I've wanted to do this hike, but for some reason or other I've never got round to doing it. And it is 220 kilometers long. There's been quite a few camping opportunities on the way actually. And I've got to cross this road. And I could actually buy another memory card in Warminster, but I just can't afford that. It's not worth it. I've got memory cards back home. I think the memory left in the Canon camera will be enough to do the rest of the filming on this hike, hopefully. I'm almost at the Great Ridge Forest, and so 17, just over 16 kilometres I've walked so far from my camping spot this morning. And in the last episode I was actually thinking of carrying on after doing about 28 kilometres, so I would have ended up walking over 40 kilometres yesterday if I carried on. I mean, could have done it, would have been much fun. Oh, got an interesting sign here. Now I know Lyme's disease is a thing, the people have had it and even die from it or get really nasty illnesses the rest of their life. But I've been covered in them, I've been bitten in them. My back was covered in them in Scotland. I just scratched them off. And I had one on the nether regions when I was going for a whiz last year. That went red. Didn't bother going to the doctors and I'm perfectly fine. But I understand, yeah, it is a serious thing if you get it, but it's just not something I personally worry about. But anyway, here's a sign for it. See, this crop field is your typical crop field these days. They have a 6 metre margin. Is that right? A 6 metre margin? Doesn't look that big. For all the wild plants. To me that makes a lot of sense, but having the whole crop field as a wild plant thing, I mean, humans have got to eat. We have to eat. Having a solar power field, which is absolutely insane, when solar panels should be on top of houses and factories. And unfortunately, energy storage is really inefficient and expensive. And most people use electricity at night time, so solar is quite expensive still, unfortunately. You may not even save money by having solar. Sometimes you can. It depends how long your battery lasts and your solar panels. Okay, I'm coming off a little bit off trail because there's some kind of burial mound down here, I think. At least I hope it's down here. Can't see any opening where it could be. Might be nothing much to see, to be honest. But I am on the Great Ridge now, by the way. So it could be interesting. Well, I think this was a bit of a waste of time coming down here. I see no enclosure, no mound, It's all deep in the woods, if there is. I can get down this way, well I hope I can. I'll walk all this way. Seems to be some information here about the Great Ridge. So if you want to read that and pause it. These big manor houses have got big fireplaces, so they need a forest to cut down just to keep them warm. What is this? I've seen one of these before. Anyone know? Let me know in the comments. It's by this, which looks like just a normal mobile phone transmitter. By the way, that was a water tower or water reservoir, and that aerial and the water reservoir I've just started filming on the Canon G5 Mark II, which I'm going to be filming on from now on, and I'm filming on now. So how's that coming out? I am now heading towards the village of Corton. Not sure if there's a shop at this village. So I estimate that I'm going to be in Worcester by 5 o'clock, and the library stays open till 7:30, I believe. If it's closed by I get there, I'll just come down, camp up near there and come down to the library in the morning. I could get some food from the supermarket as well. Is the phone box still in use? Let's find out. Haven't seen any shop yet, by the way. I think there might be a pub here, but I can't afford to go in the pub. Village info, book swap. Nothing in there. Yeah, no shop in this village, unfortunately. But there's a bigger village next, not too far away. I'm pretty sure that's going to have a shop. Okay, it's really hot now. I just see this bridge over here. Looks like an old railway bridge. I don't know if it's still in use, but I'm sure there's going to be some shade by this bridge. Well, I don't think I'll be sitting under here because there's going to be a lot of flies because of the rather big puddle that goes under the bridge. Sometimes you get some good artwork in these bridges, but it doesn't look like this has got any. Okay, it seems the shop in the next village is open to 4 o'clock. So hopefully that information on Google is correct. Looks like remains of an old riverbed and an old bridge. Not far to the village now. So it looks like I'm coming into the village now. Hopefully this shop's open. That's a nice walk into the village by this river. Oh, I can't see any shop yet. Hopefully it's in the village somewhere. It looks like the village has got a drunk tank. There's not many of these left in the country, I don't think. At least that's what I think it is. So I'm actually going to see if this church allows me to do some charging, because I ain't going to make it to Warminster today. I thought I would, but it's a lot farther than I thought. I've already done almost 30 kilometres. So just sat around this lovely church here. I actually met a fellow YouTuber actually while I was just sat here charging my batteries in the church. And yeah, I met a caretaker of the church, seemed to be okay with it, so that's cool. I would say if you are going to use the church to charge your batteries, make sure you leave a donation. Well, I've left the village and it was a very friendly village. Everybody could not be more helpful. The little village shop was good enough stocked for what I needed. Actually, the village shop was very cheap, so I recommend visiting it. I will put all the names of these places I visit possibly on the screen. It'll definitely be in the description. So I just walked up from there. There's quite a bit going up and down for this next bit because there's some forts and stuff on the way to Warminster. It's a lot farther than I thought, actually. Well, you can tell I'm next to Salisbury Plain now, can't you? It's gone about military vehicles going past. I've actually got my sun hat off. That's good. I've stopped at about 27 kilometres. I'm on the outskirts of Salisbury Plain, the famous military training ground. Sometimes they do come up here, not through this bit, I hope not, through a track just behind me, not too far behind me. So I might hear the sounds of thuds of ammunition tonight, because they do practice at night, I believe. I've heard them before in the distance at night time in the day when I've been camping in Wiltshire. I've wanted to come here for so long. Unfortunately, you can't. There's only certain times of the year you can actually go through Salisbury Plain. It might even just be one day of the year, but at the moment I can't. And the trail anyway skirts the outskirts of Salisbury Plain, but you can view it as you walk along. Tomorrow I've got to go over a few hill forts. Unfortunately, because I'm right by a military zone, training zone, it is a red no-no for flying drones. So I absolutely cannot fly the drone around here because it's a military training ground. You're not allowed to fly drones in military training grounds. So I'm gonna have a rest, and tomorrow I'm going into Warminster to charge up more of my gear. I didn't charge enough of it up at the church. I didn't want to overstay my welcome. I don't want to. I only used a small amount of electricity. The amount of electricity I used probably 1p's worth of electricity at the most. Churches are absolute valuable service in this country. Actually, they got so many things they can do to offer the public, and it was so cool in there out of the sun. I hope we don't lose them. I'm not a Christian. I was christened when I was younger, but I've never followed it. But I totally respect anybody's religion. Whatever their religious views are. I respect all views. Everybody's welcome to my channel. Whatever your views, you can come to this channel and subscribe to my channel, please.